Why can't you get through a single paragraph without your mind wandering? Why does 5 minutes on your phone somehow turn into 50? And why do you completely forget what you were doing the exact second someone says your name? 3 different questions, one answer. And it isn't that you're lazy, and it isn't that you lack discipline. It's stranger than that. And like most strange things, it starts with a disappearance. 6 seconds ago, something left the room. You didn't touch your phone. Nobody spoke to you. Nothing around you changed, but it's gone. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly who took it. This isn't a story about laziness. This is a missing person case. The missing person is your attention. And you're about to meet the suspect nobody thinks to arrest, because it's the last one anyone would ever check. Let's open the case file. Every day, somewhere between sitting down and actually starting, your focus disappears, a few seconds at a time, over and over. You felt it. You sit down to read, 3 lines in, and you're not reading anymore. You're just moving your eyes over words while your mind is somewhere else entirely. Everyone blames the same suspect first. Suspect number 1. The phone. Buzzing. Glowing. Sitting there like it's waiting for you to fail. And it's guilty of something. That part's true. Every notification is built to interrupt, because an app that never interrupts you doesn't grow. But here's the problem with pinning this entirely on the phone. This has been tested with the phone removed completely. No notifications, no screen at all, and the attention still disappeared, which means the real story is bigger than the phone. At most, it's an accomplice, not the mastermind. So the investigation found a second suspect, not a thing this time, but an action. Switching. Every time you move from one task to another, email to document, conversation to to-do list, even just one thought to the next, a small piece of your attention stays behind. It's called attention residue. It's not fully your fault and not fully in your control. It's simply how switching works. Part of your mind keeps working on what you just left, even after you've physically moved on. The more you switch, the less of you actually arrives at what you switch to. That explains a lot, but it still isn't the full answer, because it raises a bigger question. If switching costs this much, why does your brain keep doing it? This is where it gets interesting, because the brain isn't broken when it switches. It's following an instruction that's been running a very long time. For most of human history, the ability to instantly redirect attention toward anything new wasn't a flaw. It was survival software. A sound in the grass might be nothing, or it might be a predator, or dinner. The brains that checked kept having brains. The ones that stayed focused on their berries didn't. So your attention was never designed to stay locked on one thing. It's designed to constantly ask, is something more important happening right now? And it rewards you chemically for checking. Here's the actual culprit. Not the phone, not switching. The reward system underneath both of them. The one that fires not when you get something good, but when you don't know whether you will. A slot machine that paid out every time would get boring fast. It's the not knowing that keeps a hand pulling the lever. Your notifications tab runs on the same principle. So does the scroll. You're not checking because you're weak. You're checking because something in you evolved to find uncertain rewards almost impossible to ignore. And modern technology found that switch and built an entire industry on top of it. And here's the twist the case file doesn't want you to see. This isn't something being done to you from the outside. Your brain isn't the victim in this story. It's a willing accomplice. That flicker of relief right before you check your phone, that's not the phone's chemical. That's yours. You've been rewarding this exact behavior thousands of times for years, long before any app existed to exploit it. You can't win a fight against your own reward system through willpower alone. That's like trying to out-argue a reflex. To reclaim your focus, you have to engineer 4 specific hacks into your system. Hack 1. Build a friction buffer. Reduce how often you switch by making the switch inconvenient. If an app is one tap away, your survival brain wins. If it requires stepping into another room or typing a long password, your logical mind wakes up before the reflex takes over. Hack 2. Eliminate attention residue. Stop mid-task switching completely. When you work on a task, close every other tab and silence every channel. By refusing to open secondary inputs, you keep your full attention bandwidth on a single line of code, paragraph, or problem. Hack 3. Re-anchor the dopamine loop with curiosity. Before starting a difficult session, ask yourself one unanswered question about the work. Your ancient brain craves novelty and uncertainty. Feed that craving with the task itself, making the resolution of the work your reward. Hack 4. Practice deliberate boredom. Train your brain to tolerate zero stimulation. Sit at a red light or wait in line without pulling out the screen. Let yourself be bored on purpose, because the urge to check always fades faster than it feels like it will in the moment. Your focus was never broken. It was doing exactly what it was built to do, inside a world that learned exactly how to use that against you. Now that you know who took it, there's one more page in this case file. That reward system we just met, the one that makes uncertainty feel better than certainty. It's not done with you yet. Next time, we open its file. Subscribe, and you'll already be in the room when it does.